put the... Damn it. I put the wrong poll up. Hang on. It's the Discord and the chat. They have me all fucked up. Hang on. Let me fix that. Sorry. I don't even know what that means. God. All right, end that one. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. It's the Discord's fault. It's Twitch's fault. This is unbelievable. This is a family show. Hey, Coop the Comedian, thanks for 5 gifted members. Holy shit. Appreciate you. Comics Things 18, thanks for checking out over on Twitch. Are you the only person on Twitch right now? Nobody on Twitch likes us? Jared DeSanto says, assume the poll asked if I smashed like, so I voted yes. After reading it again, I vote still yes. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Don't worry, we corrected the poll. No need, you know, but appreciate it. It's officials. Watch the Minecraft trailer for memes. Yeah, we can do something like that. Look, here's the thing. Should we talk about the stream today? Let's just get it out of the way. Everybody's gonna be mad. It's gonna be a shorter stream, okay? And I'm not saying it's not gonna be like super short. Like it's not over right away, but I have to. It's not gonna be that short. It's gonna be like 2 hours. Relax. I have to get my hair cut. I have an appointment. I gotta get my hair cut for the wedding this weekend. I gotta be looking good, you know. So I gotta get a trim. I don't know. I was thinking like a hot stone massage. You know, just to get the vibes right. Just to get the vibes right. Yeah, for a haircut. Yeah. Dark Dragon says it's been 3 years. Nerd Avengers for life. 3 years is pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Did you think when you first did it that you'd be chilling for 3 years? Probably not, huh? Nolan says finally 6 months. Diamond Lounge. Let's go Unity. Hell yeah, bro. We got some good Unity updates for sure. I'll probably do. You know what? I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow. I'll do a Unity town hall tomorrow. I don't know what time because we have a Twitch stream as well. Or at least I would want to do a Twitch stream. I want to watch some stuff tomorrow. That's been really fun on Twitch every Thursday so far. But I'll do a town hall tomorrow. We got some cool updates. Did you see Marvel is doing a comic that explains the Doom Stark situation? Oh yeah, no. I know all about that. So here's the thing. Denise Camp, the writer of that particular book, really nice guy. I've chatted with him a little bit in the DMs. One of the kind of new up and coming Marvel writers. Him and Jed McKay, probably like the two talents that I kind of have my eye on the most. And I don't know how to say this. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but yeah, I'm gonna get that book and I'm really excited about it. But Denis definitely was like, he might be a little out of pocket with the actual connection to RDJ Tony Stark. Having said that, I haven't read it, so I need to read it and see what he was cooking. But I think he was playing a little bit of, let's call it the game, the internet game. But still, he's an awesome dude. I actually thought it was funny that he did that and caught all of that buzz and that hype. I thought it was brilliant, so I appreciated it. Nate says, normies in school telling me always in comic shop, Doom ain't about this, Doom ain't about that, shut the F up. All normies ain't no shit. Wait, is that true? Are there actually normies out there that feel that way? Maybe I need to make a video that's designed for if you run into a normie like that, and then you show them the one video and it explains why Dr. Doom is the fucking man and why they're wrong. Like, I could even name the video like, show this to your bitch ass normie friend talking shit on Doom. Okay, we'll work the title, but something like that. Rossi says P.O. Box. Okay, so should we talk about the P.O. Box a little bit? Look, the process has been started. Okay, we went into the place, which when I say we went in, I mean Elisa went over there and did that shit. But so we got the form started. All we have to do is I have to sign a couple of things, go in there, we have to show them our IDs, and then we should be good. So the process has been started. You know what I mean? So like we're there. We're pretty much 60% of the way there, maybe 70%, depending on how you look at it. Tim O'Brien said, what the fuck? What the hell? Tim O'Brien says R.I.P. Larold. No, Larold's still around. What you mean, bro? Larold's still around. He's still doing his thing. You know what I randomly just thought of? Caden Cross, thanks for subscribing over on Twitch, man. Appreciate you for 4 months. Yeah, let's go. YouTube and Twitch sub hype. Can't wait to read the new Ultimate issue today. Yeah, I'm going to try to get over to the comic shop. Maybe after my haircut, I can get over there. Okay, we're going to get real ADD. It's going to be real random today. I just thought of this, and I want to know if any of you remember this in chat. Do you guys remember how crazy pop-ups used to be? Pop-up ads? And then did you ever get some movies or songs from LimeWire and then watch your computer turn into a pop-out machine? Do you guys remember that shit? That was a wild time on the internet. It's crazy that they like fixed that. I'm telling you, man. It used to just be like bop, 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 hitting you all over. Dude, it was wild. You kids don't remember. It was wild. Rossi says, who's a better villain? Vader, Palpatine, or Doom? Doom. Come on, man. Easy. Easy peasy. Josh fears the P.O. Box. No, I don't fear the P.O. Box. I will be honest, though. I am a little bit afraid of our Discord. Our Discord is a little out of control. So you're not getting oiled up, leaves chat, and goes to an episode of the Weekly Planet. God damn it. Homie will cancel the stream for a haircut, but not a P.O. Box. Yes, accurate. But doesn't that seem... That seems regular. That's normal. Better drink some water and put on your knee cream after mentioning LimeWire. I know, right? Yo, facts. Facts, bro. I'm old-ish, but I don't remember this. I must have rarely been online. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was there for the birth of the internet. The birth of the internet. Al Gore came down and built this series of tubes, and we booted it up. And then you had like the old AOL dial-up. Like all that shit. Do you guys remember loading a website and then the images slowly loading on the website? Those were the days. AOL was just in the US. It was something different everywhere else. Why would I care? What, it's different in Canada? So now I have to adjust my fucking memories to be more mass appeal? More worldly conscious? I don't give a shit! Net zero was a good thing for a minute. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, cool. Josh, did you get that P.O. box set up? Yeah, we did, but I forgot the address. I'll get the address for you, and then we'll, you know, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. What's going on in my brain today? What's up with you guys? Let's start here. How are you all feeling? Mr. Jazz, no, I did not, but that's cool. What is the big news? The big news. Well, there's just so much of it. There's so many big news that I don't know where to begin. So let's hold off on the big news. Let's just chill for a second. How y'all doing though? Fine and dandy. I'm here, so my day is all right for now. Well, there you go. That's cool. Josh, beware of bun sauce, 100%. Oh yeah, no, all of the Discord is crazy. You guys are wild in the Discord. I kind of love it. Like, I'll be honest, like, it's cool. It's cool to have an active Discord with like a bunch of wild, crazy peeps. Greg and Lizzie, much love, man. So it's nice, but also it's getting a little scary. Like the memes, the conversations. I'm waking up to the mods being like, hey, just so you know, we timed out some people, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, jeez, whatever's going on over there. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Try to get into the Discord if you can. Listening to the last stream got me through a tough day yesterday. Thanks, Josh. Hey, no problem, man. Always happy to be here nerding out with you guys. It's a reciprocal thing. You know what I mean? Together, we create this massive funnel of vibes and energy. The power of many. Mash by 21. Thanks for subscribing over on Twitch. Finally done with serving as a juror. 3 weeks is too long. I'm glad to be back to normal. Yeah, dude, that would be so awful, bro. And as many of you guys know, I was up for jury duty recently. Thank God I got out of it. The guy basically said he was guilty right before we got in there. So yeah, but they said it could have been weeks, and I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Full days. You take like a lunch and oh my God, it'd be crazy. Space Marine 2 tomorrow hype. I thought it was today. Is early access today or is that tomorrow? Is it tomorrow, the early access? So here's the thing, man. I was talking to my buddy about this last night. All right. And I'm so glad that now we're into Warhammer. So thank you, whoever brought that up. I was talking to my buddy about this yesterday, and we were like thinking, okay, do we do the early access or not? Here's the problem. We're all going to be at this wedding this weekend. So it doesn't really make sense to get the early access, maybe play like one day and then have to be out of town all weekend. So probably just going to wait for Monday. However, having said that, I believe unless some crazy news drops where we're like, oh, we got to do a regular show on Monday, I'm just going to stream Space Marine 2, dude. I'm playing Space Marine 2 all day. And I might wear a fucking bathrobe on that stream. I might go early in the morning. And I might go late into the evening. And even if there's only 3 of you watching, I might just do it. And the 4 of us can talk like 2 hours. You don't say that. God damn. AKA 3-hour stream max. No. First of all, you guys have never seen me like get really into a game on stream. And you've never seen me really get into Warhammer on stream. You know what I mean? So you put those things together. So I'll catch you Wednesday. Guys, wait, what? Oh, you got to get out of here? Appreciate you, man. Wait, it is Wednesday. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about not talking. Wait, you're not watching Monday stream? Look, I think I might have to put on another cup of coffee. It's appearing to be one of those days. The brain isn't working all good. There's some short circuiting going on up here. So I think we might need another cup of coffee. Hold on through the night. Mike says, morning, Josh. And by the way, appreciate the 10, brother. Says, real question. Who do you think would win, Dr. Doom or Darth Vader? I'm kind of on the fence. I think Dr. Doom would be an even match for Vader. Thoughts? Aw, man. Aw, man. So, Mike, let me just ask you a question. Are you coming at this from the perspective of being like a really big Star Wars fan? Are you a big Marvel fan? Can we, like, let's frame this here, because I'm a little disappointed. Okay? Because I have tried to explain to the community and to everybody that watches, I've tried to explain what Doctor Doom is fucking about and why he is that guy. And so it's like weird, you know. I mean, I appreciate the support, but I get a question like this, and I'm just like, am I doing my job right? Like this is a feel bad question for me a little bit. Do we need to get the whiteboard out? Let me try to explain it this way. All you really need to know is that there's something called like outer versal. If you ever watch any power scalers, right? They will scale the power of a particular character to planetary, solar system, universal, multiversal, or outer versal power. I don't even know if Vader has planetary level power, meaning Darth Vader on his own. Can he destroy a planet? We might have to do a whole whiteboard stream on this. Like without the Death Star. Although I guess here's the other thing that's weird about that, right? Like technically speaking, the Emperor is a better match for Doom than Vader, because Vader's not even in charge. But let's say we hypothetically, oh my god, here we go. Let's say we hypothetically give Vader control of the entire Empire. In fact, let's say you give Vader control of not only the Empire, but the Infinite Empire that what's his homie had. Like the most powerful version. Even if you scale Vader up to having all of the power of the Empire, all of the power of the Infinite Empire, and you give him something that's like never happened in Star Wars before, like maybe he takes Abeloth's power. Meaning like he has universal, maybe touching on outer versal power. You do all of that, and I'm pretty sure base level Doom still beats him. Now, Apex Doom just demolishes him. But base Doom could probably handle that version of Vader. Like, Vader's awesome and very powerful, but like, what the fuck is he gonna do against Dr. Doom? Real talk. Like, what would he even do? Matt Spiro says 1 more month until 3 goddamn years. Doom destroys Vader, by the way. Doom Vengers for life. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Appreciate the support. Benjamin says, I heard a Benjamin was disrespecting the Benjamin name by sleeping in your class on Monday. Smack my head. Yeah, I know. I called his parents. It was bad. Okay, Dr. Cool has a really interesting one here. Doom Vader palps. Fuck, marry, kill. That is a tough one, man. What? Oh, wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. What do you guys think of that? That's a really tough one. Huh. Okay, this one's here's what we do. Here's what we do. We bang Vader. Okay? Because he's a big old simp and an emotional lover. Yep, we bang Vader. We marry Palpatine. Yeah, we marry Palpatine for his money. And, you know, we got to be talking about, like, you know, while he's running the Empire and shit, right? And then we kill Doom because, honestly, you don't really want to do anything with Doom. Too powerful, too shady, has his own agenda. Probably love bomb you, but then go back to being a degen. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's tough out here. It's tough out here. Okay, Lord Jon Snow says Rey Skywalker would wipe the floor with God Emperor Doom. What? I know you're just trying to trigger me with that one, but nice attempt. Vader is kind of like equivalent to Cable in Marvel fighting, the techno-organic virus, not Nate Gray. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's true. I like that. I like that. I could vibe with that. Walkupy. Appreciate you, brother. 5 gifted members. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. So generous. Kyber Sith says, bro, could you imagine Doom ripping Vader out of his suit and tossing him in the air like a Barbie doll? Yeah, except he would be a Ken doll in more than one way, if you know what I'm saying. He ain't got no dick! Okay. I think in order to get this stream on track, I need to make another cup of coffee. Are you guys gonna be... fuck. Are you guys gonna be good? Are you gonna be good if I go make some coffee? And we've got a lot to talk about, man. We've got a lot to talk about. A lot of news. I can't believe it. I can't believe the news. Okay. Shut up, Ben. Meister says, is Space Marine 2 going to be sort of like Helldivers with horde-based enemy? Tell me about this game, please. So it's not exactly like Helldivers, although they could maybe launch a mode like that eventually. It'll have a campaign, which is co-op. Then it has campaign, co-op, missions, PvE, and a PvP mode. Okay. So to me, it actually, even though it's third person, it reminds me of Perfect Dark. Have you ever played Perfect Dark? Chat, anybody in here ever played Perfect Dark? And I'm talking the OG one that came out on Nintendo 64. Maybe one of the greatest games ever, ahead of its time in almost every single way. Yeah, so the gameplay is probably more like Gears, but the modes are probably more like the original Perfect Dark, where you would do all these different... Oh, it's so good, dude. Oh, such a good game. But, yeah, it'd be more like that, with, like, the different missions and whatnot. Mr. Penguin says, how do you feel about Josh Brolin as Green Lantern? I feel like he would be a way better older Batman than Hal Jordan. He's too short for Batman. I'm going to go... I appreciate that question, Mr. Penguin. And actually, it's on my list. It's on my list of crazy, unbelievable news. It's so crazy. So we'll get into that. My buddy asked me to buy it, so I might buy it. Wait, what? Shvet? Oh, Space Marine 2? Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, bro. I highly recommend it. And I haven't even played it. Happy Hogan is a simp says, who has a smellier, stinky little pinky? Vader or Doom? Vader. There's something about the sweat and the leather. It just... Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. You be good. Be good. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Check chat while on the toilet. Well, the Nespresso's making itself right now. Dude, last Nespresso pod in the house. We have more on the way, but damn. Damn it, bro. Don't worry, Josh. Nothing weird happened while you were gone. Oh, that's good. Who's winning Thursday, Taylor Swift or the Ravens? Gotta go with T Swift, man. The Minecraft trailer. That's, yeah, that shit looks pretty whack, huh? What did you guys think of the Minecraft trailer? Oh, okay. Right on, Aaliyah. Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. She was a hoe. For show. As someone who's played Space Marine 1, I can honestly say it feels more like World War Z game, but in the Warhammer universe. Yeah, that's probably accurate, and I like the idea. You missed my $5 super chat about Discord. Well, now that you've mentioned it's about Discord, I don't know if I want to read it. You should have just said, you missed my $5 super chat, and then maybe I would have read it, you know what I mean? Yeah, the technology from that engine and the work they did on World War Z is going to help the Horde, like, to feel incredible in Space Marine 2. And I am pretty excited for that, for sure. Yeah, Monday, man. You guys will get to see it. We'll do it all. We'll do it all. OC Steve says, just joining. What is the big news? Dude, there's so much big news. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things we have to go over today. And the news is so crazy, dude. Here, let me get my coffee, and then I will give you a breakdown, a rundown of the news that we're talking about today. Benjamin says, I'd rather watch Madam Web for the 4th time than the Minecraft movie. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That's pretty wild. Let's see what frickin' Rossi said here. Frickin' Rossi. Rossi says, Josh, there is no difference in order and chaos. Don't control what can't be. The Discord is wild, but there is grace in our failings. I don't know, bro. That sounds like we need to delete it. Chat, should we delete the Discord? Throw a 1 into the chat if you agree. I'll be right back. Shit, it's done, bro. See ya, Discord. Nah, we can't do it. It's, you know what it is though? It's a lot like Tatooine. You know? A villainous hive of scum and treachery, I think is the expression, right? What happens to the Diamond Lounge then if you get rid of the Discord? Huh? Yeah, I guess it would go away then, huh? That'd be tough. Guess we can't do it then. Okay. I'll go over the rundown here so everybody knows what we're going to go over, and then we'll start getting into it. Is that okay? Does that sound chill? First thing on today's thing, Rings of Power. The biggest waste of money in history of money? Question mark? I think probably maybe. We're going to talk about that. That shit's crazy. Hey, Larold, what's up, buddy? Ooh, that's nice. Lantern casting. Is it Josh Brolin or the other people that now might be him? Letter 3. Mephisto in Agatha? A little too late? Question mark. Number 4. Daredevil Born Again, most brutal fights in history of MCU. That's cool. Question mark. Dragon Ball Daima trailer. Cool. Elisa Does Life gifted 5 memberships. Is that money laundering? Thank you, baby. And then I want to watch the Screen Crush video on Dr. Doom's plan and overcorrect Ryan Airy like a backseat driver the whole time. And then there's a couple new kind of culty videos too. So that's kind of what I was thinking. What do you guys think? Is that good? Is there any other news out there? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Concord shutting down. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not really a PlayStation guy. I know very little about Concord. But I haven't really been following it. But damn, yeah, I mean, they fucked that up. They fucked that up. You guys tell me about Concord. What's your takeaway from the Concord story? Are they going to learn? Are they not going to learn? What happened? Why did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong? Another Sony L. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It cost 200 million and they made probably 2 million. Yeah, that sucks. That's not good. I hope it'll be dope to see the passing of the torch. Yeah, there is. They got something weird they're cooking for sure. Black Myth Wukong blowing my mind. Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things. For me, you know, Space Marine 2 is right around the corner. I've been still having a lot of fun playing Fortnite. There's a new season of Snap. I was actually like, I was gonna do a DGen gaming stream today, but I would have felt bad because, like I said, I got to get out of here like around 1 because I have a hair appointment. So, yes. Oh, dude, totally. So, Marvel vs. Capcom, that comes out next week. So, let me think about this. So, bro. Okay. So, it comes out on the 12th. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. I think next Thursday on the 12th, we have to do just a massive gaming stream for the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Try to play some online, try to beat some of the games. Like I want to play the Punisher shoot 'em up. I think it has, does it have Children of the Atom? It has like a bunch of the old Marvel games. So we'll do that on Thursday. That would be sick. Yeah, man, that should be fun. Okay, should we talk about Rings of Power? Let me get this pulled up so you guys can take a peek at this. This is pretty wild. This is pretty wild, chat. This is pretty wild. Would love to see you on The Break Room one day. What is The Break Room? What is that? The hell is that? And also, what is a diet chicken wing? That sounds like an oxymoron. Hang on, chat. Why is my setup so weird? Why did it go so weird? Oh, fuck. Okay, well. New Rockstar show? Oh, yeah. I'd be down. I didn't know that was one of their shows. My bad. Will you play Marvel Rivals? Hell yeah, bro. That game comes out the day after my birthday. So I'm going to do an all-day birthday gaming stream. Dude, there's a lot of gaming going on. This is kind of fun. You know, this is kind of fun. We'll game Space Marine 2. Then we're going to do all the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. Yeah, man. Philip Hatch says 1 year, best year of my life. How about that Discord chat though? Nerd Adventures for life. Let's go, dude. The Discord's out of control, bro. You know, Laryl, you play fucking Warhammer. I knew there was a reason I liked you. I knew it. Yeah, how about that Discord, man? The Discord's out of control. You guys want to see what the Discord did before we get into this? You want to see this shit? You want to see this fucking shit? Look at this shit. I posted on my Instagram. Burn it. Burn it with fire! Okay, speaking of burning it with fire, let's talk about this. This is pretty fucking wild, dude. So according to Samba, and let's just be chill. Let's just be chill. Samba, not the most accurate. Okay? So we need to wait until we get more data. Nielsen, maybe some of the trades. There's all kinds of like companies that track this sort of stuff, right? But having said that, 902,000 US households watched the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power season 2 on Amazon's Prime over its first 5 days. And you might be like, that doesn't seem that good. What did it do in the first season? Oh, boom. Here you go. 1.8 million U.S. households watched the premiere of The Lord of the Rings of Power during its first 4 days available on Amazon Prime. Sheesh. Ooh. Damn. Holy. I mean, that's fucking bad. This shit isn't accurate. I mean, look, did I not just do the caveat? Did you miss the caveat? Are you ignoring the caveat? What's going on here? Lord of the Rings dead. Yeah, so, okay, here's the deal. This is pretty crazy. Now, as somebody pointed out on Twitter, even if this is real, it technically means there's a bump compared to the end of the first season. Statistic said that only 30% of people that started the first season of Rings of Power finished the first season of Rings of Power. Okay? And do you remember that Bezos and Amazon was like, dude, 25 million people watched it. Do you remember that? Y'all remember? Do you remember? So, what you see here is a 70% drop off, but then technically a 30% gain on the drop off for people that checked out the season 2. Okay, so that's kind of like the good news, but that's pretty much all you can say because this is terrible. It's looking like literally half of the audience that first checked it out. And if you see anywhere near the same drop-off that you did in the first season, then you are looking at an Acolyte level failure. Now, a couple of different things happened with Acolyte. I remember, and this was something that, like, I don't want to say it was a tiff or whatever, but this is something I remember I posted about this, and Eckhart's Ladder was, like, in the comments and kind of, like, didn't understand the data, and maybe I did a bad job of kind of like talking about it, but the article that talked about that data was basically saying like, look, when you look at the premiere and the drop off, statistically speaking, there's no way it'll recover anywhere near these other shows, like really, really bad. So sometimes trends can show you pretty accurately like what's going to happen. And unfortunately for Rings of Power, it's not going to go up, okay? It's not going to go up. It's only going to go down. This is peak viewership for the second season. And the problem with this is, like, even if it was a regularly budgeted show, this would be enough for a cancellation. This would be enough for, like, you know, honestly, a lot of panic. But I think it's even worse with this show, okay? You got to remember, the first season of the show cost $500 million. Maybe I've heard, too, it's way more than that. But conservatively, it costs $500 million. Okay? I think they spent $250,000 just to secure the rights. Somebody double check me on that, because I could be being conservative here. It could be worse than that. Okay? But you might literally be talking about a $600, $700, $800 million endeavor. And it's performing this badly. I mean, it was already a failure. 250 for the rights. Okay, yeah. So that is crazy town. And I remember there were people basically saying, as analysts of even the first season, that when you spend that kind of money on a show, unless it is the biggest show, the most successful show on the platform, maybe one of the top 3 successful shows of all time, then it's a failure. This is like the opposite of that. This is like really, really bad. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happens here. It almost seems like the brand itself, and like perhaps this is why Peter Jackson's becoming more involved, and they're teaming with like the estate a little bit more, and they're trying to sort of just revitalize the brand, because Rings of Power is like, I think it is not only a failure, it might be the biggest failure in all of streaming. I mean, when it's all said and done, you know, I guess there's different. One of the things that's weird about streaming is like it kind of is behind a curtain a bit, right? So we don't know exactly what the numbers are, and we also don't know. I don't even understand what Amazon was trying to accomplish here. You know, it feels like maybe what they were trying to accomplish is having this incredible success, sort of revitalizing the Lord of the Rings brand, and then potentially getting more access to shows and content down the line. It's weird because they don't have the strategy that Disney has. They don't even have the ability to really capture all of the downstream value and profit that they create. You know, Disney can get in on licensing, merchandise, parks, you know, video game experience, all kinds of stuff from the sort of downstream of the movie itself. And it's actually been interesting. In some of the more recent earnings reports, they're starting to quantify some of that stuff, right? So with Star Wars, they talked about how many different droids they sold at the Disney parks, and it was a pretty big number, and those droids aren't cheap, so stakeholders, shareholders, they see that, and they're like, damn, that's like a lot of money created from that. I think they talked about SKUs, which are items, literal merchandise items. And I believe they announced that when they even announced the new Moana movie, or maybe it was the new Frozen movie, something like the SKUs went up by like 300% or something, meaning like they just announced this thing and they instantly start selling more SKUs or units of merchandise for that thing. Disney can capture all that value. Amazon doesn't have the ability to do any of that. They're just called SKUs. Well, I call them SKUs. Because I'm hip. But yeah. SKUs is triggering you. Oh, as if I needed another reason to just do it my way. But thank you, Adam. So it's all about the SKUs, guys. And essentially, the Amazon doesn't have any SKUs when it comes to Lord of the Rings. So I just don't get it. What was even the goal here? You know what else I think about with this story? Do you all remember when they were doing the promotion for this thing? Jeff Bezos came out and he actually said, and dude, I would love if somebody found the video interview where he said this. It would probably be like a needle in a haystack. But he said something to the effect of, you know, early on in the production, we had some big disagreements about the show. And ultimately, I was wrong and you guys were right. And now you look at the show and it's a big old pile of dog shit. Now, it's a very shiny, nice looking pile of dog shit, but it's a big old pile of dog shit. So I'm kind of curious, like, what was Bezos trying to say? Was Bezos right? Like, what the fuck happened? My wife and I love Rings of Power. So I don't want to take anybody's enjoyment away from the thing. I think sometimes when you realize something that you are into isn't actually a success and maybe is a failure, you can kind of connect that failure to like your personal enjoyment of it or whatever. And I understand that it gets kind of down. I'm not trying to take away your enjoyment, but I also have to objectively talk about what's going on. I mean, it's a dude, I'm probably being kind here. It's that level of failure. Like, this is really bad. Now, could it be the case that when we get better data, it doesn't look as bad? Absolutely. And I'm open to being wrong and correcting, you know, what is happening in, as far as I understand it. But right now, bro, horrible. Something else, too, that's really interesting about this. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Paul, not covering the show. Grace Randolph said she decided to not cover the show. I wonder, are there any other big YouTube channels that covered the show in season 1 that are not covering it in season 2? Dude, you're being the opposite, LOL. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What, am I doing bad? I thought I was doing good. Giorgio says, coming from an introvert, you are an inspiring person, a net positive and great. Thanks for the content and community. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Nerd of the Rings. He's still covering it though, right? Or no? Is he not covering it? Did he really drop it? That'd be wild. Josh, bad. You're the only one who doesn't like Rings of Power. Oh, okay. I feel like you're being way too harsh, way too early. Yeah, and I understand that. And by the way, that's totally fine if you feel that way. You can be proven to be correct. But what happened with Acolyte was, like, I was proven to be correct. A lot of people were like, bro, you're calling it way too early. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I see these numbers, and these are industry insiders. They see a lot of this kind of data. If they're out there publishing articles right there, you know, like, bringing up this data and being like, bro, it's done. It's cooked. Oh, he's still covering it? Okay. Looks like New Rockstars isn't covering it either. Yeah. And I think, you know, look, there's two things going on here. Number one, I just don't think there's an audience. Like, I really don't. I mean, this show, it's just probably performing at a pretty low level in general. But the other thing is the discourse around the show is super toxic and horrible because you have, like, another studio doing stuff that within their perspective is not, you know, pushing any lines or doing anything. You know what's funny? Like, even as I'm saying that, I don't know that I even believe that. I think that some of these producers, some of these like activist producers, are literally ruffling feathers on purpose. And personally, like, I just kind of think that's a personality trait, and that shit's normal. Like, I'm not trying to like admonish them or like make them feel horrible, but I do kind of think like that's true. And ultimately, like, that's only really a problem when somebody doesn't like take into account the perspective of like this sort of gilded age we live in politically, and just the state of, you know, consumer media relationships and stuff like that, right? So like, if you're just not thoughtful, I think you're doing a bad job. And so a lot of these studios, you know, and maybe Concord's an example of this. I haven't looked closely enough to really speak on that with any authority, but we continue to see this pattern where it seems like a lot of people within these creative teams have very clear bias and political leanings that not only are they not afraid to impose on the project but they feel as though it's their duty to do that. And that shit's just cringe. Like, it's just cringe. No matter how you feel politically, I think it's pretty cringe. So what that then creates is like a lot of low-hanging fruit for like grifter channels and like anti-woke channels. Like, that's just obvious, right? Like, the more, like Amandla, like, just as an example, like Amandla has her perspective and her feelings, and that's totally valid. But her actions on the world stage literally put thousands of dollars into the pockets of the very people she claims to like have a big problem with and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, right? Like, that's like that. It's kind of like the elephant in the room. Nobody in Hollywood seemingly knows how to fix this problem, even though I think it's really fucking simple. So with Rings of Power, you've kind of got just like another one of these culture war battleground bullshit products. Like, the product itself isn't even good. And that's like another thing that kind of sucks is like, I feel like a lot of these movements, these ideologies, these belief systems, I feel like they're defended by the most daft fucking people possible. Like, at the very least, like, make good shit. Like, Leslie's fucking rhetoric and then deliver the shit she delivered, I would have shut the fuck up, like, a lot more. You cannot talk that talk and not walk that walk. That's ridiculous, right? So Rings of Power, throw it into the fire, cast it into the fire, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? We'll have a little discussion on this and we'll move on to the Lanterns casting. Variety in 2022? What the hell? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Runner scripts early founder both equipped it. Yeah, so this is what Bezos said. Every showrunner's dream, or this is a conversation kind of. Every showrunner's dream, and I mean every showrunner, their dream is to get notes on a script and early cuts from the founder and executive chairman, Bezos quipped while introducing the first 2 episodes of the series at the Odin Lux Cinema. They loved that. I need to thank you both for listening whenever it helped, but mostly I need to thank you for ignoring me at exactly the right times. Yeah. Would love to know what they ignored him on. Like, what if it was just like, what if it was like a little bit more like, you know, like Lord of the Rings? And they were like, fuck you, Jeff. Easy for you to say, Jeff. And then Jeff was like, my name is Jeff. Mr. Iceberger says, holy shit, Josh is cooking Nerf Avengers for life. Unity. But what if they shouldn't have ignored him? I know, right? Yeah. I guess we'll never know. It'd be nice to know. Never finished the first episode. Yeah, I mean, the show's just super bland. It's pretty terrible, actually. Wokeness needs to get out of the media. Hollywood will never learn to do it again. You know, it's like I tend to disagree with that being the sole problem, but I think one of the things is it seems like there's this contingent of people that want to believe it's not a problem at all. And that's where you kind of lose me, where it's like, bro, like, come on, man. We're really doing this. We're going to ignore countless examples of this just hitting the audience in the wrong way, putting a sour taste in people's mouths. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? I think since you haven't watched it, you don't realize that season 2 has improved so far on season 1 thus far. Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't spoke to the quality of season 2 at all because I haven't seen it. I can speak to the quality of season 1. I would imagine season 2's better, but like you just can't deny the numbers. Like, you can't deny what's happening. It's like, ah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Watched. Oh, here's Darth Vader's burnt asshole. It's okay. We're gonna be friendly this time. We're going to be friendly this time. And I'm sorry I was mean to you before. Says, haven't been a Tolkien fan all my life and watching Rings of Power. There's no agenda being pushed. Let's F with the lore a bit, but not in any political way. Just that there is a diverse cast. Sure. Do you think, I guess this would be my next question, right? If we were mediating. And by the way, too, I appreciate Darth Vader's burnt asshole. And I do think that you tried to use your language in a way that got your point across, but wasn't shitty. And so I appreciate that. And I will match that energy. What I would ask, and this goes back to that like good faith, bad faith thing. I would probably ask you, if we were just having a conversation about this, I would say, do you think there's any steel man argument that the other side, the alternative opinion to you, has? Like, do you think there's any steel man? Like, is there anything that the show or perhaps the promotion of the show did that could have gave the impression of this aggressive political agenda? That would be like number one. Number two, I would say, okay, do you think it's possible that the show is just bad and yet also kind of signals some of those kind of agenda driven things, and therefore people just don't like it and it becomes an easier target for it? I think for me, you know, you look at this show and then you look at what's the Rohim one, the anime that's coming out. Okay, and this is actually a good point. This is kind of cool. I think there are some people out there that are calling the Rohan movie woke because it has a female protagonist and she's fighting against the male. And I think that's absurd. Like, I think that there's brain rot out there. And I think that there's audience capture. And also, like, just people are captured by their team, their agenda, and, like, what's going on. So I see a lot of people post about, you know, Rohim and the female thing. And I think it's completely out of pocket. I think it's all driven by... It's just bias. It's there's no substance to it. So it's similar to like when Super Mario was being promoted and even came out, there was like a rift within the anti-woke community. Some people said the movie's really woke. Peach is a girl boss. Other people said, no, it's not. Right? That was a classic divide. There was like divide against like Barbie, you know. So it's not as simple as like, okay, that side knows what it's looking for. The middle ground knows what it's looking for. It's a little bit more like a narrative. And narrative forms and is created due to all sorts of different factors. I'm not sitting up here preaching that the Rings of Power went woke and therefore went broke. I'm saying I think that's absolutely part of it. They also made a terrible show. They also took liberties with the lore that I think are goddamn ridiculous. I remember talking to Nerd of the Rings about this behind the scenes, and he knows way more than I know about this stuff, right? And I remember him talking about the leaks about Galadriel and Sauron and what was actually happening there. And even before it was actually revealed, it was out there, like, leaked. And he told me, if this leak ends up being real, it will be the most disrespectful thing done to Tolkien lore with the Galadriel character than I could possibly imagine, due to like this text, etc. Again, I don't have the full context for that, but I'll just tell you that like some of the most hardcore people consider the show to be so bad that like you have to kind of elseworlds it. And I also think the show just took a really bad strategy in trying to make some of these culture war issues front and center within its own marketing. Do you know what I mean? And I hope that makes sense. You know what I mean? Matt Campbell says, gifted. Oh, gifted a member. Appreciate you, brother. Let me get back up here and see. JJ Lemon says, I feel like people don't know how to argue their point, so they just say it's woke trash. Season 2 is much better. Of course, there are some people that do that, but it would be just as disingenuous to, like, put everybody that doesn't like the show into that bucket. Like, that's just as intellectually dishonest. Anakin Stock says, just joined. What's the TLDR? Dude, the TLDR is Rings of Power got woke and went broke. Hell yeah. CC Rad, appreciate you, brother, with a 10 spot. Says, good morning, Josh. So, how you doing? Here's some coffee money because my traffic ticket was dismissed. Oh, hell yeah. Also, if I bought you a Stream Deck, would you use it? Seems like it would up your production value. Hang on. Are you talking about this? Are you talking about one of these? I use this, dude. It's an incredible paperweight. For when the AC's going and the papers are going crazy and stuff. Jay Robbins says, 1 year, hell yeah. Nerve Vengeance for life. Also, I think half the problem with these shows are that woke is just too much woke promotion. That might be true. Yeah, that might be true. Zach says, you hear about the villain reveal for Venom The Last Dance? Thanks for all the content, bro. Ham, loving it as always. No, what? Tell me about the Venom thing. Send me that Elgato if you're not using it. What do you mean? Is that what this is? Tim O'Brien coming in with a 5. The big news is Josh is the man and the Nerd Vengers are great. Community. Nerd Vengers for life. Doom Vengers for life. Andor is boring. Josh doesn't like P.O. boxes much. Toxin, huh? Toxin. That'd be cool. Toxin's cool. That'd be fun. Okay, Rings of Power. Any other bullshit we gotta talk about before we move on? Did you hear they went with Jack Black because Pedro didn't want to be Steve in the movie or was unavailable? Why does everyone love this dude? I did not hear that, but that makes sense. I mean, Pedro's a very bankable actor. You know? I think Pedro's like just doing great. I don't really know if there's much more to it. Velvet Starlings. Hey, thanks for the $2 holla. Appreciate you. The misuse of woke is crazy. LMA, I love the show, though. Well, look, it's one of those words that's just going to mean different things to different people, you know? I do think it's obviously like an overused kind of... like, what the, you know, like, what are we even really talking about here, too? But I also think it's just as disingenuous to be like, it's bullshit. Nobody even knows what that means. And then, like, act like what they are speaking of isn't actually a thing. You know what I mean? It's like, what? I'm saying, you know what I mean, a lot today. Which means I'm probably just tired, a little drained. You know what I mean? Bankable or bangable? Probably both, man. Probably both. Fortnite stream this week? Let's just get Fortnite going right now. Let's just throw Fortnite on. It's a Fortnite stream. It's a Fortnite stream. Okay, hang on. Let's talk about Green Lantern here. Hang on. It's a Fortnite stream. It's a Fortnite stream. Fortnite, we're fucking gonna do it on the Fortnite stream. Okay. Hey. Listen, Linda. Standoman 10 spot, appreciate you, brother. Says, hey Josh, what's good? Sitting there smoking and watching your stream on the TV. Oh shit, I'm on the big screen. What do I do with my hands? You know, we just went out there, gave 110%, and Leonard says, just pisses me off. We can't just not like a show and that be the end of it. It's not always about woke or not. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's something I'll always keep in mind. You know, it's like, it's tough, man. Look, at the end of the day, here's what it is. I am outside of that conflict. I think the culture war is bullshit. I think it's a psyop, frankly, designed to disrupt our precious bodily fluids. However, I also acknowledge that like 90% of the internet really cares about that shit. So it would be disingenuous for me to like ignore it completely or act like it didn't exist or act like people didn't care. So I try to do my best job of like acknowledging it, you know, kind of like giving a nuanced take and just kind of keep it going. You know? Velvet Starling says, saw Minecraft movie last week. It's fire. Really? That kind of surprises me. I'm going to be honest. That trailer to me was not that great. What did you guys think of that trailer? Let's stop for a second here because Velvet Starlings, aka Jack Black's sock puppet account, wants us to know that the movie's really good. What do you guys think? Darth Vader's burnt asshole says, do we have bad blood? I don't remember any altercation. Love you, Josh. Also, F-typing on iPhone. Have to check out and double check what's typed. LOL. No, we're chill. We're chill. I definitely didn't freak out about you saying some shit last time. So, yeah, it's all good. Animal look weird. The rest could be worse. Yeah. True. What is Minecraft? You guys didn't see the trailer? It looked aight. I think that's the way I'd say it. I'd say, you know what? It looked aight. It looked aight. Give 4 of your members a Doom mask. Ooh, that's kind of cool, bro. I like that. I didn't laugh once. Yeah, it was. I just thought it was kind of bland, dude. Yeah, I thought it was kind of bland. Insane action sequences and really funny comedy. Y'all are overheating. I am kind of overheating. It is kind of hot in here. Have I ever watched Night Teeth? The scene with Megan Fox and Sydney Sweeney, a duo you never knew you needed. Yeah, I didn't know about that, but I'm gonna write that down. Night Teeth, huh? I might research that for research purposes. Okay, let's talk about this. So when last we spoke about this, they were saying that Josh Brolin had been offered the role of Hal Jordan for the Green Lantern show. Now, there's something I'm kind of like interested in about this, and maybe you guys can help me out. Is this for something in the Gunverse, or is this something completely different? Because, like, I heard some people saying this was not James Gunn's thing, and I was like, I thought everything was Gunn now. Yeah, right? I mean, I guess other than the Batman. Lantern Corps in the Gunverse? No. It's older Hal Jordan mentor. Huh. Okay, well, let's just read a little bit of the newsletter here. Happy Tuesday, folks. I hope everyone had a great Labor Day weekend. Now buckle up, as the next 6.5 months are going to be a hellish grind until we can all loosen our belts after Oscar night. What the fuck? As I predicted Friday's newsletter, the holiday weekend brought some fireworks. As I reported, Josh Brolin received an offer to play Hal Jordan in HBO's Lantern series, which is modeled after True Detective. Speaking of which, I'm told that if Brolin turns down the project, and I can't imagine why he would, the Oscar-winning Matthew McConaughey, star of the original True Detective, would be next in line. Damn! Followed by Ewan McGregor, who starred in the correct blah, blah, blah. Speaking of the DC Universe, tonight's newsletter focuses on a hot rumor. Challenges director Lucia blah, 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 being courted future DCU project. Okay, so that's kind of it. Matthew McConaughey, Ewan McGregor, or Josh Brolin. So, first of all, give me your thoughts here, chat, on all of these, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts. Jon Stewart for Jon Stewart. What? Can somebody also go find out if this is in the Gunverse or not? It is Gunverse confirmed. Where's it confirmed, brother? Matthew McConaughey needs to be a superhero. Yeah, he'd be good, huh? Josh Brolin. Give me Ewan. Majors for Jon Stewart. Who's Majors? What are you talking about there? Gunverse confirmed? Who confirmed it? He's already rumored with Timothy Olyphant. Yeah, I heard Timothy Olyphant and Chris Pine are rumored as well. So the thing that's weird about this is it's an older dude. Right? I mean, Brolin's older, Ewan's older, Matthew's older. They're all older. So it feels a little weird. Variety. Okay, so it does seem like it is Gunverse then, huh? Okay, that's kind of interesting. So okay, yeah, so Guy Gardner, it talks about Guy Gardner, and that's not going to be, quite interesting there. Quite interesting there. Okay, so you got these homies in line for it. Obviously, going to be older Green Lantern. Even, what's his face is Guy Gardner. He's older, too. I wonder if Clark is older, but he just doesn't age, and that's why they have seemingly a younger dude playing Superman. And look, I think this is cool. I've seen a lot of people online kind of be upset that it's an older person. They want a younger person. By the way, what's up with that, man? You know, like we got Hugh Jackman coming back. We're gonna have RDJ coming back. Toby, Andrew. It's like, I love this. I'm like, bring all the old heads back, man. Fuck these kids. But what's the deal? Why are all these kids or young people like yapping about this on social media? Like, let me just say this to all the young people out there right now. It's over for you, okay? We're probably going to reach some kind of biological immortality. Wealth inequality will be toward older people in a way that's absolutely crazy, even worse than it is right now. Old people are taking over. It's all about the old people. You guys just need to learn that you're second-class citizens, and you will be second-class for the rest of eternity. Okay? Sorry. So, anyway. I don't understand, like, what's the deal with, like, everybody wanting this younger version of Hal and being all upset about that. I like the older version. I like this kind of journeyman thing. Maybe Jon Stewart's the newer person, and it's, like, one of those kind of situations, like the older, you know, more grizzled detective with the up-and-coming, like, a little bit of opposite Training Day kind of thing. Yeah, man. So I'm kind of into it. And I think they're absolutely cooking with these casting choices. I think Brolin would be great. My personal pick here out of these three would probably be Brolin. My personal pick out of all the rumored, though, might be Timothy Olyphant, to be honest with you. Yeah. But apparently it's real. Gunn hasn't debunked it. I love the Green Lanterns. The Green Lantern lore is sick. Seeing a True Detective Green Lantern HBO level production is going to be incredible. I can't wait for that. So I'm down, man. This is just kind of like another thing Just like the boomers before us, Gen X is taking over. No! I will not go quietly into the night. Man, fuck these kids. You know? So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Timothy is the Terminator in the new show. Ooh, that's sick, dude. Yo, that's sick, bro. I want a swole bro. Yeah, he's got to get under the barbell. That's for sure. Get a little TRT going on. You will go to bed early. No, I will not. Rockaway Poppy says, hopefully we're on the road to Emerald Twilight, baby. John's time to shine, and hopefully with Kyle Rayner on deck. That's true. I do like both those characters. That would be funny. Brolin is 100% already on TRT. Well, let's up the dose. You know, up the dose, get him some peptides, HGC. Let's get going. You know what I mean? Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Timothy is perfect casting for the Jonah Hicks reboot. Justified. What the hell? Josh, you are closer to Gen X than Boomer, silly. Is that true? Is that even true? What's my favorite DC comic? Ooh, that's tough. That is tough, bro. Yeah. The new Terminator anime is really good. Why are we talking about mid DCU? Holy shit, relax. Relax. Favorite DC. I mean, if you count Watchmen, it's hard to top Watchmen. I'd say All-Star Superman. I'd say Grant Morrison Justice League, particularly the Mageddon arc. I thought the Mageddon story was brilliant. I like a lot of the Alan Moore stuff. So if you're a big Superman fan, like there's a Silver Age story where it was like going from the Silver Age into the Golden Age. What to Get for the Man, or Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. Brilliant Alan Moore Superman story. Final Crisis. You know, honestly, I think some of the Capullo Snyder Batman is incredible. Like Court of Owls is like up there, bro. Like that's really good. So, yeah. Okay, we can kind of rapid fire through some of these other stories, and then let's watch a video or two, and then we'll call it today, okay? Head to the comic shop right now. Suggestions, I would say Avengers vs. Aliens with like the Xenomorphs. If you like that, that shit would be cool. The Ultimates #4 came out today. That's really cool. What else? Tower of Babel. That's a great story for sure. That's a great one. Yeah. DC fell off. I mean, a little bit, yeah. Hopefully they can get back on top. Okay, I just want to rapid fire through a couple of things here. Unity updates. We're gonna do a town hall tomorrow. I'll put out a video or something to get everybody on the same page. I'll make some announcements. We'll do something tomorrow. Tracy Morgan is Jon Stewart. Sure. Okay, a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, rumors that Mephisto will be in Agatha. And I just want to know, man, like, does that do anything for anybody? Like, does that do anything for you guys? Like, are you excited? Yeah. I'm in like a similar boat where I'm like, y'all had your chance, man. Yeah, like, come on, man. I'll tell you something that would be even better than Mephisto. If they said that they were gonna retcon Ralph Boner and like do something meaningful with that character, because like I still have no idea what the fuck's going on with that. That would be awesome. I would be more excited for that than I would for Mephisto. Especially because it's just supposed to be a name drop. I don't even think he's supposed to be in it. So, oh, Lasher. Okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. Lasher's alright. Lasher's alright. I'm intrigued / excited about Agatha, yet I understand why I'm in the minority there. Well, I saw Catherine Hahn's side boob in an official Marvel post. So, I'm going to watch the show now. So I will be seated for the show. And yeah, we'll watch it. I don't think we're gonna do a watch party, but we'll watch it, and I'll break it down at the very least on stream. Yeah, back-to-back boners is crazy. That is crazy. That is a little bit crazy. Yeah. So that's the first thing. The other thing is Daredevil Born Again is gonna have the most brutal fights in the MCU, according to Brad Winderbaum. I'm Gen X. Dark Angel, you Gen Xers, man. You dang Gen Xers. Is Vision Quest supposed to be the part 3 to all these shows? I kind of think so, yeah. What do you guys think about the most brutal fights in the history of the MCU? What do you think? You believe it? What current comic book runs should I be reading? I think the new X-Men books are kind of cool. The new Avengers is fun. Jed McKay's been doing some cool stuff. Marvel's about to do a whole new thing because Doom is taking over the world, because now he is Sorcerer Supreme. So whenever Books of Doom comes out, you should be reading that. The Absolute line from DC is coming out next month. I'm excited for that shit. So you should check that out. I'm 23. Which gen am I? The bad one. With Agatha show having such low expectations, might as well check it out. Can't really lower the bar anymore. It'll probably surpass expectations, which they ain't none. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Doom just dropped in Fortnite gaming stream soon. Yeah, if I didn't have a hair appointment today, I'd probably do a bunch of Fortnite today. What's the news? Oh, bro, we just went over so much news, Rob. Rob, it was crazy. I can't believe it. What's the title of this stream? Chat, help me out here. What's the title? What's the title of this stream? Help me out here. What's the title of this stream? So much news. Yes, there was so much news. So, Rob, check this out. I pretty much put a full day in already. We talked about Rings of Power. We talked about Lanterns casting. We talked about Mephisto and Agatha. Damn, I can't believe it. We talked about Daredevil having the most brutal fights in the entire MCU. And now we're going to watch a couple videos. Vandolph the Black, appreciate you with the 10 spot, brother. Says, stop the cap, bro. Once Mephisto starts talking up Dr. Doom and his mom and Agatha, you're going to be on the couch sweating on the boner because he's like Doom's dad or something. That's true. That is absolutely true. Yeah, no, that's a good point. You missed my Lantern super chat? My bad. Let me find it here. You missed the Exodus. Okay, the Exodus. Yeah. Oh, fledging Superman looks up to older Hal Jordan, has to face off with him later when he gets possessed by Parallax. How does that sound? Oh, hell yeah, dude. That would be one of the best things, dude. That would be sick. And I wonder if they're going to do that. I mean, there's so much potential within the Green Lantern mythos. Whew, a lot of stuff. You could be cooking, man. Yeah, I'm 1976. I saw Return of the Jedi in theaters. Oh, hell yeah. Parallax is amazing. Yeah, dude. Dude, yeah, the Red Lanterns too. For sure. For sure. Okay. There's a Screen Crush video about Dr. Doom, and then there's a kind of culty video. Which one do you guys want to watch? What should we watch? Let's watch a Maggie Green compilation. Who the fuck is Maggie Green? Why am I already regretting asking that? Daima? Dragon Ball Daima? I'd be down to watch it, but then all of the ad revenue gone. If we watch it, all the ad revenue is gone. Which, you know, it's not the biggest deal, but... Culty? Alright, let's see what Culty's cooking up here, huh? He's been putting out a lot of vids recently, which I appreciate. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yo! I've played 50 hours of Space Marine 40K Space Marine 2 review 27 minutes ago. We should watch that. We should watch that, bro. Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. Kang still returning in Avengers Doomsday. Okay, let's check this out.
Yo, what up, everyone? Tay here.
What up, Tay?
And today I want to talk more about what's going on with the plot of Avengers Doomsday.
Okay.
And specifically talk about what's going to happen with the whole Kang side of the story, and if the Council of Kangs will still somehow factor into what will be happening in the multiverse during
Council of Kangs, guys. You think they're still going to factor in? Let me know.
During Phase 6. Because after I dropped this video a few days ago, I saw some questions regarding how the plots of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars will change now that Doctor Doom will be the primary villain instead of Kang. Which, real quick on that note, some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video will definitely kind of tie into what I talked about in that video. So if you missed that video, you should definitely check it out. Because
so much
it's one
news,
of the
and it's
very
only
long,
Wednesday. Yeah, totally.
That gets into all sorts of stuff on how Doctor Doom will become a god before we get to Avengers Secret Wars, and how that could connect to what happened in Deadpool and Wolverine, and what's going to happen with the Scarlet Witch, and also the Fantastic Four movie. But yeah, it was definitely a fun one, so check it out if you missed it. It's linked in the description. Oh,
also, ADD moment here. We got to figure out what we're going to deep dive on for this month, dude. It's September. And also, ADD Inception moment. Tomorrow night, I want to watch something on Twitch. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking we start the sequel trilogy. I haven't watched in a long time the sequel trilogy. I know it's Star Wars. It's like, what are we doing here? But I'm kind of like on this kick of like going back and rewatching Star Wars. I don't know. I'm out. Yeah, we'll talk about it. You guys throw some ideas out there.
But because of what I talked about in that video regarding Doom and how the Doom story will tie into what's happened with Loki and the TVA, that brought up some other questions from you guys that ties into Kang. So yeah, that's what I want to discuss in today's video. And don't forget to watch until the end of the video, because we do have several good Super Thanks questions to get to. And in fact, I'm actually going to jump into one of the Super Thanks questions right off the bat here in a second to start things off.
Shit.
And then we'll have several more at the end of the video. But anyways, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I just thought it would be kind of funny, and then like we could do a thing where like if we get I don't know, like 100, 150 gifted subs, which by the way, it's September, so subscriptions and gifted memberships on Twitch are like 25% off. But we could do a thing where if we get like 100, 150 members, we go right into The Last Jedi. And if we get like another 150, we'll go right into Rise. I'll stream for 9 hours straight watching the sequel trilogy if we get enough subs. Just a thought.
Without the TVA, everything burns.
And what are you so afraid of?
Me. If you think I'm evil, just wait till you meet my variants.
All right, so one of the things that I discussed in the last video is the recent reports on the company production titles that the upcoming Avengers will use to film under. Because it was recently reported that the production title that Marvel Studios are going to use for Avengers Secret Wars is going to be Royale.
Yeah.
And that the production title for Avengers Doomsday will be For All Time Always.
Royale.
Which obviously seems to be a pretty big hint at Loki and the TVA, which would seem to confirm what we've heard in numerous past leaks, that both Loki and the TVA will play a very big role in the plot of Avengers 5. And like I mentioned a second ago, I actually wanted to start off this section of the video with one of the super thanks questions from the last video that kind of ties into all of this. And this question comes from SkiFreeX, and it says, isn't it possible that the For All Time Always LLC was the same production company that was originally created for the Kang Dynasty, and Marvel Studios just kept it after the retitle?
I don't think so.
Because I keep hearing speculation on what it means, but do we have any reason to believe this isn't just recycling? All right, so first off, thank you very much for the super thanks question, SkiFreeX.
Also, Rob, what's up with the podcast? We keep hearing all these things like you're going to do a podcast and like, wait, why are you not doing a podcast with me? What the hell?
And I wanted to start off with this because I thought that this was a very good question that ties into everything else we're going to talk about in this video and what kind of changes we can expect for the story of Avengers 5 and Secret Wars now that Marvel's...
Hey, David Cole, thanks for gifting 5 memberships. Why aren't we doing a podcast? I don't know. You told me, bro.
Studios have pivoted to Doctor Doom. And until filming starts on Avengers Doomsday and we start to see some set photos and more concrete reporting come out, you know, we can only really speculate on the plots of those movies based on the various...
By the way, this is actually one of the things, I don't know about you guys, but I'll say for me, this is like one of the things I'm most excited about in the next like 6 months is learning more about like all these burning questions we have about like Doctor Doom, Doomsday, what the hell. That for me is like, dude, I'm really excited. Any little thing that comes out about that, whew.
This information that's already come out in the past.
Woo.
But for several reasons, I think that many of the basic plot elements that Marvel Studios were planning on using for Avengers Kang Dynasty will still be some of the same basic plot elements that we will see in Avengers Doomsday. And the main reason I think that Marvel Studios can't stray away from those specific Avengers 5 story plans too much is because the basic plot for Avengers 6 is still going to be the same basic premise.
Now that I agree with. That I absolutely agree with, but I actually disagree with the Doomsday thing.
Movie is still going to be Avengers Secret Wars.
Yes.
And the whole premise for the Secret Wars story and what it takes to set up the Secret Wars story
will use one of my socks on sequels.
So most likely, there were always going to be...
Hey, Stando Mon says, let's watch the sequel trilogy with a 20 spot. I mean, that's top dono of the day, I think. I think we got to now. I think we have to.
Certain specific plot elements that were going to somehow be included in Avengers 5, no matter who the villain was. And some of those broad plot elements that I'm talking about that I think we will see in Avengers 5 include elements like the incursions, the multiversal war, and also the inclusion of Loki and the TVA playing important parts of the story that are necessary to set up what's going to happen in Avengers Secret Wars.
That's true. That's actually facts.
One of the reasons I think that some of those broader story elements that were planned for Avengers Kang Dynasty will still be used in the plot of Avengers Doomsday is because in both versions of the Secret Wars comics, both the original Secret Wars and the modern version of Secret Wars, Doctor Doom was the main villain.
Yeah, which, remember when we would bring this up all the time? Like, we're like, oh no, Kang, that's not working out too good. Jonathan Majors did what? Broke up that fight. Maybe he's okay. Oh, wait, no, he's not okay. Oh, shit, he out. And the whole time, we were like, Doctor Doom is right there. He's the villain of every single Secret Wars. And then I remember the fucking comic book in the Deadpool trailer, and we were like, dude, they're obviously doing it. And like, who are these people that couldn't see this coming? You know what I mean?
So if Marvel Studios' original plan was to do a Secret Wars movie where Kang was the main villain, then it seems pretty obvious to me that a lot of Kang's story in both Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars was probably going to adapt a lot of Doctor Doom's story from the Secret Wars comics, specifically the 2015 Secret Wars comics.
That's fair.
So if the original plan was for a lot of Kang's story to adapt elements from Doctor Doom's story in the Secret Wars comics, then I would think it should be pretty easy for Marvel Studios to now slip Doctor Doom into the MCU as the main villain instead of Kang, and still keep those broad plot elements like the incursions and the multiversal war in place.
True.
Because Doctor Doom was the character in the comics that they were kind of adapting a lot of these plot elements from in the first place, you know, at least when it comes to Kang.
That makes sense.
Plus, I mean, something I've talked about in numerous past videos is how I've always thought that the Time Runs Out story would be one of the primary influences over the plot of Avengers 5. And I thought that when the movie was titled Avengers Kang Dynasty, and I still think that now that it's titled Avengers Doomsday.
Same.
So yeah, going back to what started this with the Super Thanks question, and if the production title being For All Time Always was initially chosen when Kang was still the villain, I think it's kind of hard to know for sure because we know from past reports that Marvel Studios first started discussing the possibility of bringing Doctor Doom into the multiverse saga around at least a year and a half ago after Ant-Man Quantumania flopped.
Yep.
And we also know that these LLCs were registered around this same time, a little while after Quantumania came out.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months.
And that not long after this is also when reports started coming out that Marvel Studios replaced Jeff Loveness with
see, that's the thing. And it's like, dude, like, I'm sorry, but, you know, even when we were going through it, right? And I just remember, like, stupid people, like, you know, I shouldn't say that, but, like, you know, people like Daniel that were just so adamant that, like, Kang was still a thing. Like, I would just say in videos or streams, I'd be like, look at the inordinate amount of evidence to the contrary. How do you square that? Like, how do you square that, Mr. Guy? Like, you just think it's not this way. Well, what about the trades? What about Joanna Robinson? What about Jeff Steiner? What about Alex Perez? What, like, you're literally just in a sea of people hinting that it's going the other way. The people that were just like, no, it's going to be this way. So annoying, dude. So annoying. Nick C with a 10 spot says, sorry, bit behind. Rings of Power is like if someone IRL became a librarian, and when Amazon adapted the story, they made them a soldier of fortune or a famous athlete, etc. For fuck's sake. Yeah.
Michael Waldron as the main screenwriter for both Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars. However, that's actually changed as well because we now know that Marvel Studios and the Russo brothers have brought back Stephen McFeely to take another pass at the scripts for the Avengers films.
Yep.
But that based on these reports, the basic premise for these new scripts will still be based off of the storyline that was laid out in...
Well, you know, we don't really know that. I think regardless, he's going to get credit, right? Waldron and Loveness will both get credit, story credit at least.
Michael Waldron's scripts. However, the bigger question I think this brings up is if Marvel Studios are truly done with Kang and the Council of Kangs for the upcoming Avengers films, or if the Kangs might still play some kind of role in those movies. Because as we all know, Marvel Studios have already focused a lot of time on setting up Kang and his different variants as being a very central part at everything that's going on in the multiverse saga and how they were setting up the events for Avengers Secret Wars. So are Marvel Studios really going to throw all of that away and throw away the whole Kang story altogether?
Yes.
Or will some Kang variants still play some kind of smaller role in everything that's happening in Phase 6?
Look, I just don't see it, man. I do not see it. And I know that might seem crazy to people, but like, I just am going to continue to trust my instincts on this because my instincts on this have proven correct so far. You know, I've been covering Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige for 7+ years. This is literally my job. I have spent maybe I don't even know how many more hours than the average Marvel fan deep diving on this kind of stuff, watching interviews, reading books. I do not feel as though Marvel Studios will want to draw any attention to Kang whatsoever at all. But that's just my instinct. I don't know that to be true.
What a waste of time.
And as you may or may not know, my variants are already out there.
We'll find them.
There's too many.
I won't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Never stopped me before.
All right, so shortly after Comic-Con happened, when Kevin Feige was doing press for Deadpool and Wolverine, he was actually directly asked
Overcomplicating it in what sense?
in an interview if Marvel Studios were done with the Kang story.
Yeah, see,
or
this
if
is
they were
this
gonna
is it.
recast a
This is
version
the whole thing right here, dude. This is pretty much all you need to see.
of Kang that might still be included in the upcoming Avengers films. And of course, Feige did Feige, where he basically just played coy about the whole thing and said that he basically couldn't answer that question. And that tells me that some version of Kang...
Oh, you should have shown the clip because it's really telling. He says, I appreciate you for having the courage to just ask the question, and I'm going to appreciate myself for avoiding it entirely. That's what he said. Like, to me...
or Kangs is coming back, or that Feige doesn't yet know for sure if they'll bring the Kangs back in some way because Marvel Studios and the Russos and everyone are still working on the recent script, and he wants to leave the door open in case they do decide to. But I feel like if Marvel Studios were for sure done with Kang altogether, that he would have probably just said that so that fans can move on and look forward to Doctor Doom and not keep their hopes alive for Kang showing up.
No. I mean, it's just a disagreement of opinion here. And, you know, Tay could be right. I could be right. No. Because this is one of those situations where no comment is the best response. I can neither confirm nor deny. Why? Because you don't want headlines. If you deny headlines, come on, man. Where's the media training? Brandon said, we should do a stream going over the full timeline of how we think Doom will be involved in each project and how the setup for Secret Wars will work. That's not a bad idea, brother. I like that.
Up in some way. And considering that he didn't say that and he instead played coy, I do think there's, you know, at least a decent chance that some version of Kang will still somehow factor into Phase 6 and the plot of Avengers Doomsday.
No way.
And
I'm
the
sorry,
last time we heard
it.
any reference to Kang in the MCU was at the end of Loki Season 2 when Hunter B-15 told Mobius that the TVA were monitoring the activity of all Kang variants that they were aware of so that they would know if any of them started doing anything that would be a threat to the multiverse.
I got those reports on the variants of He Who Remains.
Do any of them know that we exist yet?
Oh, I guess one of them caused a little bit of a ruckus on 616 adjacent realm, but they handled it, so we're all good for now.
That's all we can ask for.
Now, if that scene is the last time we ever hear anything about the different Kangs in the MCU,
it would be awesome.
Then I guess that will suffice as a wrap-up to the whole Kang story. But it definitely would not be a satisfying or believable wrap-up to that story, and I think that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have to be aware of that. Because that big post-credit scene that we saw at the end of Quantumania that introduced the Council of Kangs was pretty huge.
Andrew,
and the whole purpose of that scene was to reveal just how many variants of Kang still exist and what a huge threat they represent to the multiverse.
Oh, really? Because what I got out of that scene was like, look at all these motherfuckers acting goofy as shit. I wish Doctor Doom would come into this scene and murder all of them. Get that Kang out of my face! Appreciate you, Ben.
And last year, after it was reported that the Kang Dynasty would no longer be the subtitle for Avengers 5, I actually put out a theory video where I discussed how what I thought Marvel Studios might do with the plot of Avengers 5 is that they would introduce Doctor Doom as the new main villain of the multiverse.
What's with your Kang hate? LMAO, it's so funny. Do I have Kang hate? Do you guys think I'm a Kang hater? I just feel like I'm telling you how it is.
Saga, but that the Council of Kangs would still be involved and play an important role in how Doctor Doom would end up becoming that new villain.
Yo, by the way, chat.
One of the things I talked about in that video is how in the multiverse...
Check it out. Just look at this. Look at this. Ah! I ripped out the spine. Like Doom. That's actually from the God Doom action figure. That's Thanos' spine and skull right there. Hell yeah.
Saga, the Council of Kangs could potentially have a similar role to that of the Beyonders in Jonathan Hickman's Time Runs Out and Secret Wars story. Because in those comics, it was revealed that the Beyonders, who were these omnipotent multiversal beings, were actually the ones who were behind the incursions, which were causing these different universes to go to war across the multiverse. So the Beyonders were huge villains, and they were very important in how everything led up to the Secret Wars event.
True.
But they were still not the main villains of the Secret Wars story.
True.
The main villains of the Secret Wars story was Doctor Doom, and the Beyonders were just a big part in how everything led up to Doctor Doom becoming the main villain and how everything led up to the Secret Wars event in general.
True.
And so I wonder if that might be how Marvel Studios will handle the Council of Kangs going forward throughout the rest of the multiverse saga. Because in Ant-Man Quantumania...
Well, Rob, I mean, if we really want to get really nerdy on this, I believe initially it is explained that it was the Beyonders, but then in issue 5 they clarified that Doom set the incursions off when he killed one of the Owens, right? And so Owen was designed as a failsafe by the Beyonders to destroy the multiverse. But it was Doom and his tinkering that first set off the incursions. And even beyond that, though, the Molecule Man, Owen Reese, he says some shit that's actually really weird, where he says, was it I who found you or you who found me? Implying that, because he goes back in time. Doom goes back in time to kill an Owen Reese, and then it causes an incursion. Yeah. But then Owen was like, but did I find you or you find me? And it's like, there's this weird, like, thing implied there. I'm like, what's that about? Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Kang the Conqueror tells Janet that the reason he was trying to take over the multiverse is because he looked forward in time and saw how the Council of Kangs would end up causing, quote, countless incursions.
That's true.
My variants throughout the multiverse.
True.
Playing with time, but I saw how it ends.
Uh-oh.
I saw their chaos spreading across realities. Universes colliding. Endless incursions.
Endless incursions.
I saw the multiverse, and it was dying. All because of them. All because of them.
So the way he saw it was that...
Aw, shit. Andrew says they should use the Watcher to introduce Doom Muse for the first 30 minutes of Doom. Give us his backstory. That would be kind of lit. Then the movie opens with the Watcher intro, time, space. That would be sick. Time, space. Yeah, something like that would be fun. I don't know if I'd go that full way, but I do like the Watcher being utilized to sort of build Doom. You need, like, the big heavy hitters, the powerful beings, to build Doom off of.
That becoming the ruler of the multiverse was the only way to save it from the multiversal war and the incursions that would be caused by the Council of Kangs. So in Ant-Man Quantumania, it became pretty clear that Marvel Studios were foreshadowing the Council of Kangs to become the primary cause of the incursions and the multiversal war in Phase 6, which does seem very similar to what was happening with the Beyonders in the comics. So if Marvel Studios do have a plan to bring back the Council of Kangs for some kind of smaller role in Avengers Doomsday, I wonder if they'll actually be set up to be a sort of opposite to Doctor Doom. Because in the comics, in both the 1984 and the 2015 versions of Secret Wars, even though Doctor Doom eventually ended up becoming the main villain of those stories, initially Doom was not represented to be the main villain at all. Because in the 1984 Secret Wars, for the first half of the story, the Beyonder is represented as the main villain, and it's not until Doctor Doom steals the power cosmic from Galactus and uses it to battle the Beyonder that the story shifts to focus more on Doctor Doom as the larger villain. And it's very similar in Jonathan Hickman's Incursion saga, where initially the Beyonders are the ones who are set up as the main villains because it's revealed that they are the ones who caused the incursions and are the ones who are traveling the multiverse and destroying all of the big cosmic entities like the Celestials and the Living Tribunal. And it's not until the very end of the Incursion saga in the Time Runs Out story where Doctor Doom brings his master plan together and tricks the Beyonders and defeats them to steal their power, which he then uses to create Battle World and become God Emperor Doom and the villain of the rest of the Secret Wars story going forward. And I bring this up because maybe this will be similar to how certain events will play out in Phase 6, where in order for Doctor Doom to become the main villain of the Multiverse saga, he will actually have to be the one to defeat who we thought the main villains were actually going to be with the Council of Kang.
Yeah, this could be,
And one of the things I talked about in the last video is how I thought that the deeper meaning behind Avengers 5 being titled Avengers Doomsday is actually going to be due to the incursions and how the events of that movie could be about the last day of the MCU 616 universe and when the incursions come to destroy it, making it literally the doomsday for the MCU, or at least the MCU 616 universe.
Could be.
And something that was interesting that I thought was worth bringing up is when Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers revealed Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom at Comic-Con, they never actually referred to him as the new main villain of the Avengers films. What they actually said is that he was the most important character in order to do the Secret Wars story justice, and that he may actually be the most important character for the Marvel Universe overall.
Okay, as fans of the comic know, Secret Wars is incredibly ambitious. World-colliding epicness. All of this made Joe and I understand that we would need to make another essential movie first in order for all of us to be ready for Secret Wars.
There is one very, very important character that is required to do Secret Wars justice. And it's a character that Marvel has not introduced yet. And it could be the most important character in all of the Marvel universe.
I think so.
Now, when that presentation happened at Comic-Con, I really didn't read too much into how exactly the Russo brothers
just play it out,
introduced Dr. Doom, because of course I was just all hyped up on the whole reveal
right off
in
camera
general.
Here, I'm oiled up like you wouldn't fucking believe, dude.
It is kind of curious that Joe Russo made that comment about Dr. Doom potentially being the most important character in the Marvel Universe. Because, I mean, he hasn't even officially entered the MCU yet, so how could he be the most important character? Well, one possibility is he could be saying that because Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark. Which, if that is the case, then that seems like kind of a blatant hint at Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom actually being a Stark variant or somehow connected to Tony Stark.
True.
However, something else I thought of, and I might be reading too much into this, but maybe the reason they said that Doom might be the most important character in the MCU is because Doom will be the one who actually saves the MCU.
Yep, I agree.
Maybe Doctor Doom won't technically be the main villain of Avengers Doomsday. Maybe the Council of Kangs will still be the main villains, and Doom will actually be the one who defeats them, which could then set up Doctor Doom to actually be the main villain in Avengers Secret Wars, very similar to what happened in the comics. Which, I mean, I know that might sound crazy considering that the movie is titled Avengers Doomsday, which obviously I know that one of the main reasons that Marvel Studios chose Avengers Doomsday to be the title is because it confirms Doctor Doom as a big character in that movie. But if the underlying kind of larger meaning behind the Doomsday title is really a hint at the incursions, then it really wouldn't be all that crazy that part of the plot of the movie could revolve around Doctor Doom trying to help defeat the Council of Kangs and possibly even trying to help stop the incursions.
I think if
like
that
he did in the
happens,
comics. Even though
I think if that happens, which I gotta be honest with you, I still don't think that will happen. But if it does, it'll just be like the cold open. Like, I do not think they're going to give any real focus to Kang. I'm getting the feeling that even the Beyonder thing has been scrapped, and they're just going to focus on, like, celestial eternity kind of stuff. But this is a big mystery, and technically we don't know.
Is technically also responsible for a lot of incursions in the comics as well. And maybe we could even see Doctor Doom teaming up with the Avengers or the Fantastic Four, or, you know, just some of the heroes
or the
in
Dark
general
Avengers,
to try and stop the Council of Kangs. Because if you've read the comics, we've seen Doctor Doom team up with different heroes to face off against a larger villain or a larger threat.
True.
Many, many times.
Many times.
I mean, even at the very end of the Time Runs Out story, when Doctor Doom defeats the Beyonders, he's teamed up with Doctor Strange, who is trying to help him.
Yep.
And I mean, to be fair, at the end of the Time Runs Out story, it is Doctor Doom who is the one that's responsible for technically saving the multiverse by defeating the Beyonders and creating Battleworld.
Yep.
I mean, of course, he did do it for largely self-serving reasons so that he could set himself up to be the ruler of Battleworld. But still, if it weren't for Doctor Doom, all that was left of the multiverse would have perished in that final incursion. So yeah, I guess my bigger point is in this video is that maybe the Council of Kangs will still be involved in the plot of Avengers 5 to some degree, and maybe Doctor Doom will act as somewhat of a hero in that movie and won't actually become the real main villain of the multiverse saga until we get to Avengers Secret Wars. Now, of course, I should say, just like I said at the end of the last two videos, we
got a couple minutes. Let's listen to him kind of finish the point, and then I'll yap for a little bit, and then we'll get out of here.
Just one of many theories I have about how the events of Avengers Doomsday could play out. But I do think that this would be the perfect way for Marvel Studios to set up Doctor Doom as the main villain of the multiverse saga while still staying true to everything that they've set up before up to this point with Kang and portraying the Council of Kangs as the biggest threat to the multiverse. Now, of course, if they did do this, this would mean that Marvel Studios would likely have to recast Kang with someone new. But with Doctor Doom being in the mix now, I do think that audiences wouldn't care as much about a recast near as much as they would have before when Kang...
Captain Cannoli says, "What's up, brother? I recently printed and finished a batch of RTJ Doom mask. Any way I can get you one?" Hell yeah, bro. The P.O. box is almost completed. You know, chat kind of screwed me up and made me take longer than I wanted. But the P.O. box is almost here. I'll let you know, dude. Give me a Doom mask. Hey, shit, give me two.
Kang was being set up as the primary antagonist of the saga. And something that's worth mentioning...
You've been cheerleading for Doom since the Kang announcement? I mean, maybe.
...is in a recent interview that Jonathan Majors did with TMZ.
Maybe.
He actually said that he would love to come back and play Kang if Marvel Studios would have him.
Yeah, you don't say? What is he supposed to say? No, fuck that. The greatest opportunity of my life. I definitely don't want that shit again.
If they changed their mind and invited him back, that he would do it in a heartbeat. And while I do think that Disney probably won't allow that to happen, but if they did reverse that, I must say that having Jonathan Majors play opposite of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom would be absolutely epic and would make for some incredible chemistry in those movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, as always, we'll have to see how things play out.
So I will say there's some things that I think are probably true. Like I think Incursions, Multiversal War, Loki, TVA, I think all of that will still be involved. It's possible the MacGuffins, like the 10 Rings and the Bangles are still involved. I think the Anchor Beings might be more of a thing now. And frankly, I do not think you're going to get Kang at all in any way. If you do, it'll just be to kind of have Doom built over that. But I just gotta be honest, I really don't think so, guys. I don't think so. But it's possible. What do you guys think? Should have watched the Ryan vid, I think. I mean, we could watch that later. You know, not today because I gotta go get my hairs cut. I gotta go get my hairs cut. Damn, that's loud. Dang, that's a little loud. A little bit loud. Sorry. I'm an actor. Get your hair did. Exactly. Yeah. I gotta be looking good for this wedding, you know? We're gonna touch grass this weekend, so I gotta look good. Why do you keep singing and making strange noises? I don't know. I don't know. Shit. Yeah. It's upsetting that we got all this build up for Kang and they just dropped it. That's all. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I understand. Why does anyone do anything? Yeah, I know, right? Like, I don't know. Can't I just be me? Can't I just be me? You sound like a grumpy dad from the 80s. Mad at his son for listening to hair metal. Why do you listen to this crap, boy? And you're like, Dad, I just think they rock and roll and stuff. Rossi says, if Majors came back as Kang, would you be okay with 2 villains? No. Look, respectfully, get that Kang out of my face. You know, that's what it is. What are you going to do with your life? I don't know. Go to your room. Hey, thanks, David. Appreciate you. Guys, I got like 5 minutes. I'll chill with you for like 5 minutes, and then I gots to go. What if the Russos were doing Kang? It would be better. Yeah. A massive head dent? I don't think I have a head dent. You know? I don't think so. Make sure to tip your barber, always. What's the schedule? So tonight at 7:30, we're going to do a Nerd Avenger stream, which, by the way, we don't even know what we're deep diving. Hey, look, here's a thought. Let me just throw this out there. And if some of you think this is cool, maybe we'll do this. What if we just did like a gaming, like a DGen Twitch gaming stream tonight instead of deep diving? We could like figure out what we want to deep dive on, and we could just play Fortnite and maybe play Marvel Snap. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? We could just do like a DGen gaming stream tonight. Yeah, maybe that's the move, huh? Over on Twitch. We'll just go over to Twitch. It'll be nice, cozy. It'll be like a small amount of people. We'll just be chilling. Dude, we're doing the Kane Spider-Man. Look, I'm down, but nobody else is going to care about that. You lost me on Snap? Whoa, Snap's great right now, bro. New season. New season. You guys could just watch me do the Fortnite racing. Josh play Outlaws? Hell no, brother. I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Are you for scuba? What the hell is that? Scuba what? Scuba who? Scuba what? Scuba who? Deep dive on me. Hey, what? That's a Discord comment or a Twitch comment. Scuba Steve? An oiling stream? Oh my god. Should I just oil it up? Is it just an oil up stream? Just pour oil all over my body? Rossi says, do a poll real quick on the Kane Spider-Man. Okay, let's do it. And also, spell it with a K. You know, it's all good though. You know, thank you. Okay. Poll. Should we deep dive into Josh's favorite Marvel hero, Kane, Scarlet Spider? See what you think. No one loves Kane? What? I fucking love Kane Parker. Come on. You remember the Christopher Yost solo run after Spider Island, Rob? After Spider Island, when Kang goes to Houston and he's gonna steal money from drug dealers and just go into Mexico? Come on. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so good, bro. Great run. Christopher Yost, man. Great writer. Yeah. How do you feel about the Jedi Survivor? I'm pretty indifferent. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. Whatever. That's how I feel. Whatever. I can learn to love? Exactly. Hate speech? What the fuck? All right, guys. I gotta get on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live at 7:30. Maybe we'll be live on YouTube. Maybe we'll be live on Twitch. Probably on Twitch. And we'll probably just be DGen gaming tonight. And we'll talk about what we're going to deep dive. You know, we'll get into a big discussion tonight on Twitch. So we'll probably play some Fortnite. I need to get that Doom shit. Yeah, maybe some Snap. We'll see. Okay. Appreciate you guys. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Chris says for the oiled up hot tub stream. What? Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. You know what? That was a pretty good stream. You know, we came in, we didn't really have a great plan. That's on you. But you know, I took what you guys gave me, and you know, we just played jazz, man. You know, good stream, lots of laughs, fun, good vibes. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Much love, and I'll see you guys tonight. Remember to open up your third friggin' eye and wash out your stinky butt.